What's going on, everyone? Today, we're talking about Rev Pro Live in London 108. And after sitting on it for a bit, I honestly think that this was one of the best wrestling shows I've seen all year. But first, make sure you subscribe to my page and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, X, and Facebook. Links are in the bio. Now, this show, it had everything: great wrestling, a hot crowd, major title change, a returning Eddie Kingston, and what I believe to be one of the best matches of 2026. So let's get into it. First, let's get into the results. We had Alex Inc. defeat Alexis Falcon in a good opener that got the crowd going. JJ Gale picked up a win over Thomas Shire. If you've been following British wrestling for any amount of time, you'll know JJ Gale almost never disappoints. Another real strong performance from him. The Flying Brothers defeated CSI in their debut. It was a very fun tag team match that kept the momentum going. For the record, CSI was the ones making their debut, not the Flying Brian Brothers. You had Rio and Emerson Jane defeat Danny Luna and Kanji due to an interference from Mercedes Blaze. Leighton Buzzard defeated Chicago Desai. That served as like a way to transition to a segment where Leighton Buzzard says Joe Lando can get a shot at the undisputed British Cruiserweight title only if he wins the British Cup. Kieran Lacey and Mark True defeated CPF after a pre-match attack by Lacey and True on Lando, who was saved by Danny Black. You had Eddie Kingston defeat one called Manders. And then the main event, Michael Oku defeated Jay Joshua to become the new Rev Pro undisputed British heavyweight champion. Now let's talk about the matches that really stood out. First, Rio and Emerson Jane versus Danny Luna and Kanji. To me, this was the best women's match I've seen all year. Rio and Emerson Jane picked up the big win in what turned out to be like a standout match in the card. And I don't think enough people are going to talk about it because of the other two matches, but this was excellent. All the women brought something different to the table, and the chemistry was there from the opening bell. Danny Luna is continuing to have a great run since leaving TNA. Kanji was as intense as ever. Rio was over as always, massive star, and Emerson Jane had one of the best performances I've seen from her. The crowd was really into it with everything they did. And this is definitely one of the matches that I would recommend outside of the main event and the next match that I'm going to talk about. And that next match is Eddie Kingston making his return to Rev Pro, facing one called Manders in a hard-hitting battle that delivered exactly what the fans had anticipated. These are just two tough guys beating the hell out of each other. No fancy moves, just brutal wrestling. And Manders, let me tell you, Manders has quietly been putting together an unbelievable year. He's been one of the best wrestlers in the entire world all year based on his match catalog. And Eddie Kingston, he came back in the Rev Pro and reminded everyone why he's as great as he is. And post-match, Eddie Kingston on the mic was absolute gold. He was going at both one called Manders and his partner, Thomas Shire, in a profanity-riddled promo. Crowd was completely into it. Eddie Kingston is still a major attraction no matter where he is. The fans connect to him. They will always love him. And last but certainly not least, Jay Joshua versus Michael Oku. Oku defeated Joshua to become the new Rev Pro undisputed British heavyweight champion. And to me, this is entering match of the year discussions. I know people throw away that phrase too often, but to me, it does belong in the conversation, at least for the first half of the year. Outside of a select few AEW matches, I think that this was the best match that I've seen all year. And that is saying something because there has been a tremendous amount of quality matches. But Jay Joshua, his reign was outstanding. It's sad to see it end, but even in defeat, he looked like the top guy in the company. And Oku, I've been loving Oku's heel turn. him winning means that him and Connor Mills are gonna wrestle again at 12th anniversary. At their last match, Oku got to win in the unsanctioned match, and now it's time for Connor Mills to realize his dream by beating Oku and winning the title. This is Connor's big moment. I can't wait to see it. And one last thing I'm going to say about Joshua and Oku is that Dave Meltzer needs to give this 5 stars. I don't know if he's going to watch this match or not, but he really should. He should rate this match. I would be surprised if he does not give this a 5-star match. Anyways, that's my review for Live in London 108. Let me know what you think below. Again, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me across social media on Instagram, X, and Facebook. Talk to you guys soon. Have a great one.